Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are listening to this on the podcast platform, please go ahead and leave a review. And if you're listening to this / watching this on YouTube, please just go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Hitting that like button is like hitting the light switch when you walk into a dark room. And let's just go ahead and get into this conversation. I previously discussed the accusations that Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, Siobhan Funchess, has in court laid against Dwayne Wade and his current wife, Gabrielleunion, but more so him because he is the father, the parent, right? Biological parent of Zaya or Zaya. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but formerly Zayawade. And that she believes that he is using their child for profit gain. And now he's coming out and he's responding. And I just really find it questionable, but I'm going to share his response that he put on Instagram to his 19.4 million followers and more, because I'm not a follower, but I'm seeing the response now on a different platform. Because this is what he has to say. Since this must be the new way of parenting, I guess I have to address these allegations here, which is a damn shame. While I'm on a life-changing trip in our motherland, Africa, I've received a social media post about me forcing our 15-year-old child to be someone she's not and to do something against her will. These are serious and harmful allegations that have hurt our children. While none of us are surprised by Siobhan's attempt to fight Zaya's identity and her unwavering attempt to drag my name through the mud, I'm very disappointed that she continuously finds ways of censoring herself and, in all caps, her needs without regard to her children. This report came out while Zaya was in class. This is a kid who has maintained a 4.0 GPA in honors classes while navigating all this unsolicited and harmful attention and debates about her gender and sexuality from those who are committed to not listening to her, much less even knowing her. And that's his comment. But here's what I want to say. I really believe that Dwayne Wade is a hypocrite because, one, in my opinion, based on the information that we had privy to us about the divorce and how he left his ex-wife and what he did to her, it's, how do I put this? It was shameful, in my opinion, for him to get full legal custody of all of the children from this woman that he was married to for many years and was with prior to that. I really feel, in my being beautifully honest opinion, that he really wanted to destroy this woman, and she went through hell, but she is here now and she ain't going anywhere. And I am happy to hear that she is standing up, but she didn't stand up on social media. She did this in court. This was revealed because it's public record, through methods of blogs and things like that. But she didn't come to social media and put it out there. Others shared this information that was made known to the public because of court documents and court records that were made public. She didn't do this. So for him to go on his Instagram to try to garner sympathy and while I'm on a life-changing trip to Africa, who cares? You could go there every month if you wanted to. It's just you deflecting, because the question isn't so much, in my opinion, based on the filings, that the child isn't feeling this way, but it's the fact that the child is being exploited. They put this information out there about their child. We wouldn't even really have to know about this had they not put this information out there about Zaya. They did this. And in my personal opinion, based on when you see images of Gabrielle and Dwayne with children, more likely than not, if there's going to be any child with them, it's going to be Zaya. So it appears as if she is onto something when she says you are exploiting the child. She didn't say in the court documents that you're forcing the child to change genders. That is not what was said. So to try to garner sympathy and try to make it seem as if she's saying that she doesn't agree with Zaya's choice of changing genders and those different types of things like that. And she very well may not, but that's not what the court documents say. It's that you're using the child for monetary gain. You are exploiting the child. And I don't care what anyone says. In my personal opinion, based on what I see, I believe her and agree with her that they are, because this child is not an adult. Honestly, none of us really should know about it. If they had their child out in public with them they had a child that we knew to be a boy and the child was dressed like a girl, and you just happen to see that in pictures, people may question and things like that, but you're putting it out there. And I believe the actress, what's her name? Charlize Theron. She has an adopted child that is a boy that she dresses like a little girl. A lot of people don't understand that and agree with it. A lot of people do not like it. A lot of people don't like it. But Charlize is not out here making her child an advocate for the LGBTQ community and getting the child brand deals and having the child as a sponsor for some theme park or some product or anything like that. It just happens to be that we've seen pictures on blogs because she has the child dressed like a little girl. And I think she may have made a comment about how the child likes that type of clothing. And again, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people don't understand it or agree with it, but she's not making the child an advocate for the LGBTQ community. And even with that being said, just because she said the little child likes to dress in girls' clothing and we know the child to be born a boy, she didn't come out and say that the child is a homosexual or the child is gay. And we know that children don't really know a whole lot about life and about what they want to do or what they want to be when they are of certain ages. And I'm not saying that anyone who was that age and they knew at the tender age of 8 years old that if they were a male, they liked other males. Hey, that's if that's what it is, that's what it is. But what I'm saying is he is deflecting and making it about, trying to throw in the sympathy card about our child is making a 4.0 grade average, making really great grades, and now hearing this news, it's possibly going to affect the child. Like, that's what he's really trying to do with coming out and making that statement. But I really am interested to see what the courts are going to rule, because in my thoughts and views based on this situation, I do believe that they, not just him, they are exploiting that child for monetary gain. And some people may say, well, why would they do that? He's already wealthy. And Gabrielle, she's famous and she's already wealthy too. Most wealthy people want more. So that doesn't negate the fact that someone who is already wealthy and someone who is already famous doesn't want more fame, doesn't want more recognition, doesn't want more eyes on them, and definitely doesn't want more money. And we see it all the time where things people used to do, which I get it. There never really was an Instagram many years ago and a social media platform for these celebrities to make their private lives public in the way a lot of them do now. But we definitely see it more now where people like Gabrielle Union, they're, posing topless or, they got their ass, out or, different things like that because they want to be seen. They want the attention. They like the likes. They like the attention. And she's already famous, but they want more. And so when that story came out, I want to say it was a couple of years ago where there was a rainbow shoe. And I don't have that story in front of me, so forgive me. But I do remember there was a story about they were making a shoe. It was going to be like a rainbow shoe for Zaya. And again, it was about money. So when I heard that story years ago, I said, wow, this is what we're coming to. This is what we're doing. And I do believe and agree with Siobhan with that court filing when she says that they're using the child for monetary gain and profit and they're exposing the child for those reasons. It didn't say anything about they're forcing the child to change genders so that they can make a bag. That's not what it says. So his statement holds no weight, holds no water. It really is ridiculous. And I am disgusted by the way that he treated his wife. That's why I don't care for him, because I just remember that story and I don't believe that she was lying. And he got a gag order put on her. She couldn't even speak about her own experience of what she went through. She did one interview with this woman who was a YouTuber, and I saw several videos because it was like a series, because she was interviewing her while she was going through the divorce with Dwayne Wade. And he pretty much like just tossed her out to the garbage as if she never existed and moved on to what he felt like was bigger and better things with Gabrielle Union. And again, I said it before, in my opinion, it is alleged. I don't have any proof of it, but I do believe that Gabrielle Union, was seeing Dwayne Wade while he was still married to Siobhan. And Siobhan did sue Gabrielle, but the case either got dismissed or thrown out because there was some things that she said that Gabrielle was doing in front of her children. And because of the powers that they have, the access that they have, and the money that they have, the case got dismissed and it didn't go any further. But I don't believe that she would lie about something like that. I really didn't believe it. I did believe her. I did. So now he's deflecting. I do believe that she has a case. But again, when it comes to situations like this, it all really depends on who the judge is and what they're going to rule. So I'm going to read some comments that I've seen in some comment sections from people that were talking about this. Some person said, while reading this, let's remember D. Wade is a hot A mess. This is too much. I'm with them. I'm with the mom. Let it occur at 18. Then it's Zaya's choice. I wouldn't want to agree either, but how many people are the same as adults as you were at 15? What's the rush? The money. Shaking my head. And someone else says the money plus trying to keep himself and his wife. They called Gabrielle Gregory in the news. And someone else says, who didn't see this coming? And then someone else says, first, D. Wade, I am not buying what you are selling. You are full of S. Karma will get you, though. Second, why not wait until the child is 18? We have to wait until we are 18 to do a lot of things, some even at 21. Why is this a problem? It does seem that a profit is at hand, and that is why you want to do it now. You do not care about your child either. Your entire statement proves it. Every time I see stuff like this, I hear my mom's voice saying, be careful who you have babies with. And then someone else says, that's right. Another person says, it's only 3 more years. What's the rush? And another person says, I highly doubt he is mentally prepared to live his life as a fully gay man at 15. I went through a phase from 18 through 22 thinking I like women. Fast forward over 15 plus years later, and I have no desire to even touch or be attracted to women. Things change and people change. I know that's not true for everyone, but it is true for some. He is still just a curious teenager exploring life. He might just be a straight man that likes to cross-dress. We'll just have to wait and see. And someone else says, his ex-wife told no lies. D. Wade and Gabby are a disgrace. And then someone else says, Wade confirmed everything about this and himself when he capitalized her. The mama, Miss Gums, is making me feel like her hush money ran out, or she's mad she's not getting a cut of the kid in heels bread. Meanwhile, the little boy is looking like we need to ask him to blink twice if he needs help. So, that's someone thinking that she is, she got paid to be quiet and now she needs some money. But I don't believe that. I don't agree with that statement. But again, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Someone else says, I'm with the mom on this one. What's the rush? The child can wait. And I just wanted to talk about this because I didn't think that he would respond on social media, but looking at how petty he has been from the time how he left her and what he did to her, then that doesn't really shock me either. But she didn't come out to social media. So for him to say that this seems to be the new way of parenting, so I have to address these allegations here. Siobhan didn't come out and make any statements on social media. And as a matter of fact, you have her gagged from doing anything like that. That's why we never heard any statements or comments or interviews. I'm sure there would have been a ton of people who have podcasts, who have talk shows, who would have loved to offered Siobhan a seat at their table to talk about her life, her experiences, what she went through with Dwayne, and also how is it seeing your child that you no longer have custody of becoming a girl at this point and choosing to change genders. I know that a lot of people would have loved to have a conversation with her. I can guarantee you that probably even Oprah would have loved to have an interview with her, because you know how, she is when it comes to things like that. That's like really, really big news. Why do you think she sat down with Meghan and Prince Harry? Nobody really cares about them that much in this country, but for her, it was a big story. So I just have to say that Dwayne Wade is full of crap, and I am standing with Siobhan. I do believe that they are exploiting this child for profit, exposing the child for monetary gain, and all of those different things like that. Because we don't even have to know that Zion turned to Zaya and all of these things. They're using that child, in my opinion. They're using that child, and it's not right. And as much as Gabrielle tries to make it seem like she loves those kids, I don't believe that she would really be okay with the daughter that she didn't even give birth to because she wasn't able to have her own children. She will be okay with that little girl turning into a boy before our eyes and being okay with that. I just don't think she cares that much because it's not her own child. And then sometimes I'm just going to say this and I'm going to leave it at that. Sometimes you have to wonder why some people like that never really were able to have children, because from what I was told, she had a lot of miscarriages. And I know she talked about her assault sexually that happened years ago, and sorry that happened. But there are a lot of people that had that happen to them and they were still able to have children. So it just makes you wonder sometimes the heart of people. And anyway, I would love to know what you guys think about this in the comment sections. Let me know. I appreciate you liking this video and subscribing to the channel and the podcast, guys. Until next time, this is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest.